Welcome to History Unfiltered. I am the history teacher you never had, but should have. Oh, I know what it was like to sit in that classroom day after day listening, if you listened at all, to some teacher drone on and on about dates and events and people who were supposedly important. Welcome to what the American educational system calls a history class. Highly filtered, highly irrelevant, and boring as all get out. No wonder you paid no attention. You know what? That history teacher was just as bored with that material as you were. He was forced to spew that junk out. Add into that, he had no passion for the past, or if he did, he lost it. I have a passion for the past. That's why it's my mission to cure you of that boredom. I love history so much, I want you to love it as well. In this series, I won't lecture you. What I will do is tell you real stories about real people, the good, the bad, the not so good, and the downright ugly. You will get it all. Unfiltered and totally relevant. No political correctness and no romanticizing the past. I tell many of these stories through the eyes of a girl named Elle. She's just 11 years old when she starts to time travel. I chronicle her journeys in a series of stories called The Time Chair Diary. Elle wants to time travel because she wants to feel history. What was it really like is the theme of all of her travels. Her first trip back is to December 1776, to the American Revolution. Elle crosses the Delaware with Washington because she wants to know, what did that feel like? What did it look like? What did it sound like? Upon visiting the 18th century, she learns more than she expected. She learns how hard life was, how tough people really were, and how vulnerable. C.S. Lewis once wrote that he thought that the storyline or the plot was more important than the characters in it. I disagree, and I rarely disagree with C.S. Lewis. For me, the characters are the story. There are no historical events without people setting them in action. Cramming your head with historical data is useless. It's the people we must study, people like you and me. When we study people, we learn to think like them and in their context. That's what makes knowledge relevant and dangerous. You see, a historian has to be somewhat like a psychologist. We have to dig down deep into dark and murky stuff in order to receive enlightenment. We have to do the background work. We have to study the religions, the cultures, the philosophies, in order to understand the context of the people. That's how we grasp cause and effect. This is exciting stuff because now we can begin to understand the why of the big events. You can see, can't you, that there's nothing dull or boring about unfiltered history. Of course, the best way to study the past is to get into a time chair and go see it for yourself. You will never forget the French Revolution if you're standing in that mob while Marie Antoinette gets her head chopped off. Until we have some far-out physicist who can invent such a time machine, I will do my best to bring you history, unfiltered, right here in this video series, or you can read my books. Hey, why not do both? Watch and read. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section, or ask a question if you want. Questions are always a good thing. Until then, I'm Laura Crockett, time traveler. Thanks for watching.